Katie Kroniak Group. He's an engineer here. He builds boats, manufactures them. Can you tell us like a typical day here as an engineer?
Typical day here with Katie Krogan involves working with the factory over in Taiwan, making sure that they've got the information that they need to carry on their production. Also involves working with brokers and clients on their specifications for the boats. And then handling some phone calls related to maybe some troubleshooting and product support.
What are some common daily challenges you face in engineering, whether it's with the boats or the company?
I would say probably, the translation of information, say from the customer, when there is a problem, and trying to get to the root, the root cause of what the issue is.
You said the boats are built in Taiwan. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Big building stuff they're built in.
So we work with a family-owned shipyard in Taiwan that has been building our boats for coming up on 50 years. They employ about 70 people, men and women. The boats are manufactured in Taiwan and then would go on a bulk carrier to their final destination, whether it's Florida or maybe the East Coast of the United States.
How are the interior of the boats designed, and who's like the main one behind that? You?
So we have a naval architect that works out of our steward office, and he would typically do all of the drawings that are needed for construction. The framework of the boats typically remains the same, and we give customers the opportunity to add personal touches and some customization.
What goes into designing a boat? Like, what are the struggles and main best things to know?
It's always a combination of equipment. When we design a boat from the ground up, there's a lot of studies that go into it to meet the ABYC standards, whether it's for visibility, whether it's handrail and safety rail height. And then equipment specifications, engine sizes, propeller sizes.
Out of all the boats you've designed so far, what one do you think's your favorite being manufactured right now?
I would have to say our new 60. It's a really combination of everything that is great about Katie Krogan. It's got a wonderful interior that offers versatility from a crew cabin to office layouts, and it provides a really nice platform for extended cruising and livability.
What are the key steps and components and going into building a boat? Best things.
So for a new project, we have to manufacture tooling, which is essentially you build a boat twice. The first time you build the tooling, you would build, in the case of a hull, you would build a plug. And off of that plug, you would make a mold. And that typically takes the longest period of time. From start to finish on a project like the 60, manufacturing the tooling was about a year and 6 months.
But the hardest problems coming into building the mold and then the first boat out of the first mold.
Well, it's making sure that everything fits. There's a lot of engineering that goes into the design of the tooling and the hull and the deck, but it's also making sure that everything fits together the way it should.
Exactly. Do you need an education for this job, like college education?
I would say yes and no. There's a certain amount of application engineering that happens along the way within our industry that it's not the type of studies that you sit in a college classroom and learn how to tackle a problem associated to a boat that's moving on the water.
Exactly. What inspired you to like join the boat industry and like main push for you?
I would say growing up in Rhode Island and spending my summers on the water, and my father was a school teacher, had the summers off, he would quahog, and I would say that really developed my love for the ocean. And then spending 6 years in the Coast Guard just further developed my desire to have a job that's associated with the water.
You have any like favorite times working here? Like what's your best part of working here?
I would say commissioning a new project and seeing the customer's face when they get on board their new Katie Krogan for the first time, and having the faith in our company as a builder to realize their dreams.
All right, I think that's it. That's all the questions there.